In a world filled with noise and distractions, the wisdom of the ancients still speaks with timeless clarity. Among the greatest thinkers who ever lived, Socrates stands as a voice of truth, challenging us to question, to reflect, and to live with purpose. His words are not mere echoes of the past, but powerful reminders that can transform the way we see ourselves in the world. Today, we bring you some of Socrates' most powerful quotes, lessons of life, discipline, and wisdom that many men only realize too late. Listen carefully, reflect deeply, and let these words guide your thinking towards strength and clarity. The only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing, because admitting ignorance opens the door to curiosity, to learning, and ultimately to real understanding. An unexamined life is not worth living, for without reflection, we cannot uncover our mistakes, correct our path, or discover the higher purpose of our existence. Strong minds discuss ideas that shape the future. Average minds are lost in the details of events, and weak minds waste themselves gossiping about people. To truly find yourself, you must learn to think for yourself, to question traditions and authorities, and to trust reason above the opinions of the crowd. He who is not content with what he already has will never find peace in what he desires. For endless desire without gratitude becomes an endless chain of suffering. Education is not the filling of a vessel with facts, but the kindling of a flame within the soul, igniting passion for truth and discipline of the mind. The secret of change is to focus your energy not on resisting the past, but on shaping the future, building what is new and nurturing what will last. Beware the barrenness of a busy life, for endless activity without wisdom drains the body, numbs the mind, and leaves the soul empty. Be slow to fall into friendship, because trust requires time and proof. But once you are bound by true friendship, remain steadfast and unshakable in loyalty. Envy is the ulcer of the soul, silently eating away gratitude, poisoning joy, and leaving only resentment and sorrow behind. The more you detach from desires that never end, the more freedom you discover within yourself. For true contentment is not in possessing everything, but in needing less. He who seeks only comfort will remain a prisoner of the moment, but he who seeks truth will become the master of his life. Do not measure your worth by the applause of the crowd, for their voices fade. Measure it by the harmony of your soul, for that endures forever. Wisdom begins when you realize that you know so little, and yet every day you strive to understand more. Do not waste your life chasing shadows of wealth or titles when the sunlight of virtue and wisdom waits within your reach. A man who conquers himself is stronger than a man who conquers 1,000 in battle, for self-mastery is the greatest victory. Do not fear the judgment of others, for their opinions are as fleeting as the wind. Instead, fear betraying the truth you know in your heart. The unexamined desire leads to slavery of the soul, but the examined desire, disciplined and guided, becomes a force for growth. It is not how long you live that matters, but how deeply you live with awareness, courage, and integrity. Let your words be few but meaningful, for wisdom shines not in noise, but in the clarity of truth. A life lived without questioning your beliefs is like sailing a vast ocean without a compass. You may move endlessly, but you will never arrive at truth or meaning. Strength does not come from shouting louder than others, but from standing quietly rooted in wisdom, even when the world is in chaos around you. Many spend their lives chasing approval, yet die strangers to themselves. The wise man seeks to know himself first, for in that knowledge lies true freedom. When anger rules your heart, you are no longer a master but a servant. Control your temper, and you will rule your destiny instead of being ruled by it. Do not envy those who appear powerful in wealth or status, for their strength is fragile. The man who commands his thoughts and actions is the one who truly cannot be conquered. Happiness is not the pursuit of endless pleasures, but the quiet harmony of living in truth, guided by virtue and free from the chains of excess desire. The greatest tragedy is not death itself, but a life lived without reflection, without growth, and without leaving behind a trace of wisdom for others to follow. Time is the most valuable teacher, yet most ignore its lessons until it is too late. Learn now, while you still have the strength to change and the courage to act. Do not cling to certainty, for the world is ever-changing. Instead, embrace the humility of learning, and you will grow wiser with every passing season. True greatness is not found in commanding armies or amassing riches, but in ruling your impulses, speaking with honesty, and living a life aligned with virtue. Wisdom is not found in a single moment, but in the habit of reflection day after day. If today's words of Socrates have opened your mind, then imagine what more awaits you in the next journey. Join me again as we continue to uncover timeless quotes and life lessons that will guide you toward a stronger mind, a calmer heart, and a better life. Until then, live with awareness and let wisdom be your companion.